little bit for fiddly bits. Only this isn't it isn't electrical. This is mechanical. What we have here is a very nice gray box Proto 2000 GP38 here. I just found this guy a couple of days ago, and I found it in an antique mall for 50 bucks. Didn't look like it had ever been out of the box, and when I go to inspect it, I find out it really never has been out of the box. The bearings here on the worm gears are completely seized up. The glue is turned in, I said glue. The grease is completely turned into super glue. So I've got a little bit of oil into that right now, so trying to soak that one loose, and I'll wind up doing the same to the other one because they're both 100% jammed. And once I get these guys freed up, I'll be able to get the engine running and nothing flat. But that's one of those things you see every so often that comes out of nowhere. You find an engine, real nice engine, stuck. Somebody sells it because they don't know what's wrong with it. They don't understand how to do the mechanics or whatever. And they sell it to you for dirt cheap. And you pick it up, you go into it, you find some silly bit like this. Hi, Jinx, that's my cat. That you can solve at home with a bit of glue and possibly a couple of pairs of pliers, and you get it done, and you got a nice engine for a whole lot less than you normally would. Have a fiddly bit. There we go. Okay, so we finished getting some oil into those bearings, got them freed up, and from completely locked up and unable to move, we now have, assuming we get power, there we go, just nice and neat. And you can hear there's practically no sound in that Proto chassis. Very quiet. We're just on a motor test bed here at the moment. It's nice and neat and very quiet. We're drawing, let's see, that's where it starts moving. That's about 1.5 volts. Drawing about not even 1/10 of an amp to get that thing started. So this will be a really nice DCC conversion. I did notice one thing about the chassis that is concerning. If you look at the chassis real close along the edge, you see those cracks right there? They look like cracks in the paint right there. Sometimes that's an indicator of that nasty old thing called zinc pest. And this frame has I have a very suspicious feeling that this frame is made out of zinc. And if that's the case, this frame may not last for too terribly long. I'm going to try to keep it dry, see how it works, do its conversion, all the good stuff. And we'll see how long that frame lasts. Worst case scenario, I try to source myself another Jeep 38 frame with, maybe it's wrecked or whatever, and rebuild onto that with the good parts. That's part of this hobby too. From the railroad in the basement and the cluttered workbench, y'all have a good one.